Hi, I'm Sextuplets, and this week I'm reviewing Sextuplets. Was directed by Michael Titus and stars Marlon Wayans as a soon-to-be father who discovers that he's one of 6 siblings who were separated at birth. Feeling insecure about his incomplete family and eager to learn who his long-lost relatives are, he embarks on a road trip to try and find them all. Now, if you've ever seen a movie where a prominent actor plays several key roles, then you've seen this movie before. Marlon Wayans plays all 6 siblings, and truthfully, he does a pretty good job. Now, I will be honest, while some of them do lean heavily on racial stereotypes and some really specific pop culture references to generate laughs, there are still some genuine laughs to be had. The funniest character of the bunch, though, hands down, had to be the sister, Dawn. There's this one scene at a gas station about halfway through the film where Marlon Wayans really doubles down on her character, and the payoff is fantastic. Unfortunately, that's the only time in the film where we experience that, though. As much as, these characters are very different and they have their own personalities, as I mentioned before, and their own idiosyncrasies, they're all really weak. And surprisingly, the weakest of them all is the main character, Alan. I don't know if his dullness is intentional, but you can totally feel Wayans phoning in that performance. And it doesn't help that this film's writing sucks either. I mean, it does have a few plot holes, but I think its main problem is the fact that there is just so much exposition. Literally, for the first 5 minutes, it's just Marlon Wayans and his character's wife laying out all the plot points for the film. It just doesn't get any lazier than that. And you would think that it couldn't get any lazier, especially in a film where a majority of the characters are played by the same person. But no, trust me, it does. And none of it even matters because there's just so much happening in this film. Okay, it's part mystery at times. For the most part, it's a family comedy. And, as I mentioned before earlier, it's kind of a road trip film too. But overall, it's just ridiculous. There's actually a subplot in this film where one of the sextuplets tries to steal the main character, Alan's identity. But then he changes his mind after he has a heart-to-heart with his wife, and none of the stuff that he's done leading up to that point is really ever addressed again, and he does some really messed up stuff, like he threatens his coworker, he sleeps with another one of his coworkers. It's just really inconsistent. And speaking of which, okay, his coworkers are played by Molly Shannon and Michael Ian Black, and I love them in literally everything, but I hate them in this because they are totally wasted and exploited for the sole purpose of being unapologetically white. This whole film was built off of cheap jokes, and it's unfortunate because if you remove a lot of those jokes, there's a lot more room for genuine laughs. This premise had promise. And you would think that for somebody from the Wayans family, which is a pretty big family, that a movie like this would be a lot more personal. But it isn't. It does a really good job at exploring the theme that you don't really get to choose who you have as family, but it also deliberately chooses to be a forgettable film, part of the Wayans brothers' most recent catalog. Think a little less Nutty Professor and a lot more Jack and Jill. That's what you got here. And for that, I'm going to give this film 1 star.
Please don't do that.
Guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, I would ask you please subscribe. I post new videos weekly, and I'm always working on new stuff. You know this, I know this, we all know this, so what are you waiting for? Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this film is available on Netflix right now. You can watch it anywhere in the world, and you don't have to buy a movie ticket. That's the best part about it. All you need is Netflix and or your best friend's password, whichever comes first. But on the off chance that you do get to see this movie, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. If you liked it, if you hated it. I'd especially like to know if you liked it because, you have a lot of explaining to do. But in all seriousness though, guys, thanks again for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And I love making these videos for you. So, I should probably get back to work. Until next time, I'm Sextuplets. Take care.